Hi everyone, today we're going to be using the Ark Animal Tarot and Oracle deck, and I've got the kind of extended version, so it's got, I'll quickly show you. It's got a full tarot deck and a full Oracle deck, so and I bought the extras as well, so it's like it's got some sort of mythical creatures and things in as well, but this is what we're going to be using to pick our piles today. And basically it's just using the pictures to pick which pile you want to go for. So this theme today is fur babies, pets. So speaking of which, if you can hear a weird noise in the background, that's Bruno snoring his head off. That's our little pug. And I've got the other 3 dogs in with me as well. So yeah, there's definitely ambient pet noises in the background for this one. So timestamps are below for if you want to just skip my waffling and go straight to your reading. So we've got a dog, and I've had all 3 pets of these pets in my lifetime so far. So all 3, I love all 3. I don't have preferences. We just happen to have 4 dogs at the moment, so I think chaos would ensue if we introduce the other 2 at the moment. So what we've got then is pile 1, we've got the Oracle card for the dog. Pile 2, we've got the cat as the Page of Swords from the tarot portion of the Ark. And then for pile 3, we've got the 7 of Pentacles rabbit from the tarot portion of the Ark. So just so you know, it's mainly just for the pictures today, but it'd be interesting to see if the themes from these cards come up in the readings, because that's what often happens, which is quite interesting. As I said, I think last time, these are timeless readings, but my website is now up, so withalovingintent.com. It's basically the things I love to do that I do, you know, with lots of enthusiasm, and I really love what I do, all together in one place. So we've got the Numerology Tarot, got my art commissions, and we've got my jewellery making, and there's going to be more in the store later on as well. So if you want to have a look, if you're curious, go and pop along and have a look at the site and see what you think, and hopefully it'll be somewhere you want to visit again later on. So yeah, thanks in advance if anyone does, that would be really great help. We'll get on with your readings now, okay? So I will see you at your choice. Hi, pile 1. If you chose dog, this is your reading, okay? So I'm gonna give you a shuffle. I've got service, devotion, honesty, and I think that's fairly true. For most of you have had dogs, you know exactly what that's all about and what dogs are all about. And that's a very fitting description of a dog, I think. So we'll put our friend up here for now. Whoop, there we go. Put you up there. I've got my clarifier deck just in case we need to elaborate on anything as we go through. So let's see, everyone who chose pile 1, what is your energy coming forward today? What's any messages, any help for pile 1? Bit of guidance. Pile 1. All right, pile 1. Your energy is coming across as the King of Swords today. In terms of what's helping or hindering you, I have got the 8 of Swords. Okay. You could be in your head a little bit right now, and not necessarily in a helpful way. But we'll get to the bottom of it. Let's just keep going. Lay them all out first, and then we'll have a look. What's brought you here today to this particular reading? Whenever you get to this one, why are you here today? The 6 of Pentacles. All right. And in your subconscious, I've got the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, let's just shimmy these up a bit. You can just about see. Oh. Bit more, bit more, bit more. How's that? I might have to move my art box actually. Okay, so I've moved that so we've got a bit more space. We've got my little dog up there higher. Okay. So what is in your conscious thoughts at the moment? I've got the Page of Wands. All right. What's coming straight for you? Immediate future. We've got the Nine of Wands. And then your energy from this situation onwards, your energy going forward, we have got the Two of Cups. So that's nice to see. There's a lot more balance coming in for you. The environment, others, outside influences. I've got the World. Ooh. Things are picking up. I definitely feel that. For your hopes and fears, we have got the Page of Pentacles. A couple of pages. So there's definitely some fresh starts on the horizon. After a period of kind of some struggle and a little bit of hardship, I feel this kind of some new energy coming in to support you. Sorry, Bruno's amping it up a bit here. Bruno's adding in the extra dog noises that we don't normally hear. And your outcome is the Chariot. So this is cool because it's a definite kind of shift to some much more positive energy and action from being in a place of, you know, in a place of some imbalance here, I feel. I'll get my clarifiers out as well because I feel like we should probably get them ready. Your energy is coming through. You've got the King of Swords representing you, so it could be that you want to kind of get to the bottom of something or have some sort of a breakthrough. With what's brought you here, I mean, looking at the bunch of them as a collective, what's brought you here is like a desire for more harmony, a desire for things to be balanced better, because it could be with you Five of Pentacles in your subconscious here. I feel that maybe you're kind of feeling a sense of lack, or kind of feeling a little bit at a disadvantage, and trying to kind of brainstorm how to get more balance. If it's to do with like money and things like that, finances, which Pentacles are kind of like your day-to-day, everyday, tangible stuff that we all deal with, like home, family, money, your physical world, basically, your material physical world. So it could, you know, it seems to me like there's a situation here where you need to get to the, I mean, the King of Swords is to do with being fair and looking at things realistically and being honest with yourself and getting to the, you know, being acting with logic and putting feelings aside and doing what is sensible, I suppose, and trying to see things in a clearer way. So cutting away things that, if it's to do with like your money, for example, maybe cutting out things that you know you can't afford right now. Looking seriously at the serious stuff like your budget and, you know, the stuff we don't like looking at when, you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like a necessary grown-up thing we have to all do, and it's not fun, but it's something you need to face reality, and it's going to be the only way that you can recover from this situation if it's to do with your money. Because, you know, what's brought you here is like having that need for, you know, having the sort of flow of resources and things like that, and being able to decide where you want to put your resources, where you want to spend your money, and where you know, having a comfortable amount coming in and out, if this is money, do you know what I mean? To it's like putting the effort you put in needs to reflect in what you get back from it, so that you can, you know, you're not kind of in this Five of Pentacles energy where everything is a struggle, and you're not feeling like you're getting any support, and you know it's a hardship. It's like Five of Pentacles is where things are uncertain, and you know, it's with money especially, it's like a time of things being a bit tight and a bit uncomfortable, and sort of hoping for something to come along and bail you out of the situation. And I think the only way that you know deep down in your heart is that you have to have a really good look at, you know, realistic look, emotions aside, which is a King of Swords thing, about what is going on with your finances, if that's what that's kind of the message I'm getting. So obviously it's not going to be for everybody, but that's kind of what I'm getting from this particular gang of cards here. And then you know, there may be a problem in that you don't really want to face it, because it isn't a fun thing to think about. It's not something that, you know, it could be procrastination happening. You could be feeling really trapped in the situation, like not quite sure how to get yourself out of it. But you know, you do come across as a King of Swords. I think you do know, and I think this is not to let your kind of anxiety get the better of you. Try and keep a clear head, and you know, you can get through this. It is possible to get out of this situation. So try not to sort of succumb to feeling trapped and panicky and anxious, because, you know, you're going to be able to leave this Five of Pentacles behind for definite. Looking at all this that's coming forward for you, I feel that you know, once you kind of put aside this anxiety and actually look at what the figures are and things like that, for example, look at the actual facts of the matter, rather than letting anxiety take you on all sorts of wild journeys. You know, don't let those kind of fears and things get in the way of what's actually real and what isn't. So taking a good, cool, unemotional look at everything in a logical way, and being true to yourself and honest about what you can and can't do. Whatever this is, it could be to do with work as well. I'm not getting a relationship thing, but I am maybe getting a bit like work, finances, that kind of practical stuff. I feel you take a look at it, stop, rather than sort of imagining it and panicking about it. Actually sit down, make yourself sit down, look through things, and maybe get someone to help you out if necessary. But once you see it all for what it actually is, the reality of it, I think you'll feel a lot better. In your conscious mind, you've got the Page of Wands, which is really good, because it means that there could have been something that's come along to kind of spur you into this evaluation where, you know, you want to kind of improve things. The Page of Wands is about being excited to go off on a new adventure and working it out as they go, and it's news coming in that's kind of inspiring, or so something may have happened that recently that's made you feel like you want to kind of draw a line under anything that's happened before and overcome whatever this is. And it could be that you have maybe had an offer come through or some news come through, or maybe you just feel like it's time to change, it's time to move on from this situation. I'm going to get a clarifier for sort of the general gist of these first few cards here, so that we can just see, get a bit of more of a clue of the theme of it and everything. Well, like I say, for some of you it could be exactly right, for some of you maybe it's not exactly your message, but this is what the cards are sort of conveying to me at the moment. What else can we add so far for pile 1, please, regarding this situation? Sorry, Bruno is very noisy today. Page of Swords. There's another page there. You've got the Page of Wands, the Page of Swords, the Page of Pentacles. There's a whole new kind of, having that new enthusiasm to get things sorted out. And the Page of Swords, you know, like you've got the Page of Wands here as well. It's like, take action on things. Once you know, find out what you're meant to be doing, get some guidance if you're feeling a bit lost, and then take action on it, because that's the only thing really that's going to alleviate this anxiety and this feeling of, you know, feeling at a disadvantage, I feel, is like what I want to say there. So, and you're coming across, your energy is the King of Swords, so you definitely have it in you to do this. So it's just about sort of no more procrastination. Let's get this sorted out. The sooner you do that, the better you'll feel. So we got here the what's coming straight for you. You've got the 9 of Wands. So I think this is just as I was just saying, I think if this is all a bit overwhelming, then this, I feel the 9 of Wands is here to say, yes, don't give up, but you can maybe be prone to take things too much on of your own, you know, on your own back. I think you need to spread the load a bit, and if there's others around you that are part of this problem, family members, partner, whatever it is, you're all in it together. So don't try and struggle through everything alone, bear the burdens all by yourself. Engage the rest of the family or those around you, work colleagues, whatever this pertains to, get them involved. You know, don't be afraid to ask for support, or delegate a little bit if you need to prioritize stuff. It's just basically don't get yourself burnt out over it, I'm inclined to say. So there we go. We going along with this then. So we've sorted the situation. We're getting support. We're delegating. We're making sure we're not in this all on our own. We're starting having a fresh start. I feel I'm getting with the Page of Swords coming out to clarify, and the Page of Wands. It's like a whole new plan of action, a whole new fresh start, a new way of looking at something. That's going to be much more sort of balanced for you and give you that balance that you're seeking. So we have your energy going forward from this situation as having had that, you know, delegation meeting or whatever it is you need to do, looking at everything realistically, etc., and getting on this new plan of action and making a start, no more procrastinating. I feel, you know, this is your energy coming across as feeling a lot more comfortable, a lot more balanced, and things are going to be a lot more harmonious. You have this 2 of Cups energy that you're bringing forward. So this is definitely showing me that you're feeling a lot more at ease with the situation, and things have developed so that it's just much more kind of in line with what you want and what is right for you, and things are going to feel like they're a good match. Is what I feel for that things are going to go a lot more smoothly, and you're going to feel a lot more comfortable, and it's going to be a lot more rewarding, and so on. You're not going to be feeling this lack or this sense of struggle as you go forward, which is great. Then we have got the situation, which is brilliant to see the world. The situation is you having overcome this difficulty that you're in at the moment, and sort of upgrading. When we're talking about the world, I always feel like I want to say it's like upgrading your character in a video game. You know, you've learned, you've gone through. I mean, here you are with as the 9 of Wands here. All these wands represent everything you've learned, and you have all this experience, and you've been through all this stuff, and you're still standing in spite of everything, and you're bringing all those experiences, good and bad. They have all upgraded your skills, they have all enhanced you, and you carry that experience through with you into this next level of your life, into this next chapter. So it's definitely the end of a chapter that's been difficult. You're definitely coming through this next phase is going to be a lot more of what you want, a lot more fulfilling. You're going to be feeling a lot more in control, and it's a definite upgrade. It's like an upgrade on life, where it's a new beginning. It's like the end of this particular journey, but you're coming out ready for a new start with all these pages here. Exactly got, the very next card is the Page of Pentacles. So it's you coming out to this new start, feeling much more empowered, feeling much more confident in yourself and your abilities and things like that, and able to cope. So you're dancing through into this new era. So it's good to see that for you, especially after all the struggle and a sense of lack and things like that, and not being supported. It's a whole new different energy coming through for you. And the last two cards being yellow as well, it's a lot of optimism coming your way. I would say this is more of a hope than a fear. The Page of Pentacles being in the position of hopes and fears is definitely you're now ready to grasp this new opportunity. You're ready to throw yourself into this new start, prepared to put in the work. And with all these pages here, I'm thinking there's definitely something that's happened recently, and that is going to, there's more coming. Good news is coming. Opportunities, chances to kind of get out there and improve your life in all different sorts of areas. But there's definitely a sense of you feeling renewed as you go forward into this new chapter. And your outcome is really brilliant because it's the Chariot. So we've gone from feeling a little bit trapped and at a disadvantage and kind of at the whims of fate and things not being fair and all the rest of it, to somebody who is very much in control of their own life. Their confidence, you're leaving behind the stuff that is no longer useful to you. You're forging a new path, regardless of what happens. In spite of what happens, I mean, the Chariot here, he's not even got reins on his mates at the front, which means is basically you have such will and determination now to go through, follow your dreams, manifest what you want to come into your life. You have that will to do it, and you have that drive to do it, and set your sights on whichever goal it is you want to follow, because you have what it takes now to go for it. So I kind of call it a cool message there. So I'm just going to get another, and it does say honesty. The dog card is honesty, and the King of Swords, which is your energy, how you came across or what was representing you, is honest. It's very truthful. It's very matter of fact, and devotion and service. So you've got the devotion of the Chariot, kind of really focused on your goals, focused on what you need to do. So it's kind of cool. I like that. Link up. Is there anything else? Last little gem of wisdom for our pile ones on the Chariot, please. Chariot. Queen of Cups. Yeah, I think it's just basically you feeling a lot more satisfied. Your intuition is good. You go, your devotion. When we talk about the Queen of Cups, she's very devoted. She's like very eyes on the prize, and puts her whole heart and soul into what she cares about, be it her family, her job, her, whatever she is passionate about and cares deeply about. That is something that she is fully devoted to. And on the original card, the Queen of Cups is sat there and looking at this massive cup that looks like a big old trophy. And it's just literally, to me, it says eyes on the prize. So she is totally devoted to whatever it is she holds dear. So I really like that energy for you, Pile One. I hope that that's helped some of you. If it has, I'd love to hear in the comments. Also, if you'd like to leave a like, subscribe, go and see my website, all those things really help my channel, and they're better than you can ever imagine. So thank you ever so much if you do that, and whatever happens, I wish you all the best. Take care. Hello pile 2, if you chose the cat, this is your reading. Okay, so the cat is representing the Page of Swords in the Ark deck. So it's primal instincts, the landing on your feet. So the Page of Swords is very intelligent, quick-witted, a little bit impulsive, but very curious. So cats are curious, so I guess that matches quite well. Let's put you up there. Apologise for Bruno in the background, who's going for his personal best in snore level. We'll try and persevere. So pile 2, let's have a look. We'll just see what is pile 2's energy today, please. So we're choosing what card represents you and your energy coming forward today. Okay, so let's have a look. You're represented by the 7 of Swords. Interesting. So we have swords and we have swords. So we'll see. We'll see. And what's helping or hindering you? We've got the 8 of Pentacles. All right. In terms of what's brought you to this particular reading today, we have got the Lovers. All right. What's in your subconscious at the moment is the 4, oh sorry, it's the 3 of Pentacles. Can't see today, honestly. It is dark anyway. In your conscious mind, I've got the Wheel of Fortune. Coming straight towards you, I've got the Ace of Wands. Then you go forward from this, your energy is the 3 of Wands. It's quite dynamic energy here. The situation, others, outside influences, is the 6 of Wands. Okay. Alright, there's some triumph coming in the future, I'll tell you that now. Hopes and fears is the Hangman. And outcome is the Ace of Cups. Wow. Okay. Okay. Some very cool cards here. Especially, I mean, this future bit is very cool. I'm really interested to find out what that's all about. But let's start. Make a start. So you're coming across as your energy is the 7 of Swords. And to me, with the cards around it, I'm sort of getting you need to be thinking outside the box a bit. But it needs to be, you need to think carefully and not be impulsive. I'll just get a clarification for why the Lovers has brought you here today. Why is the Lovers here for pile 2, please? What's that about? Eight of Cups. Some of you, it might be a love reading. There's a lot of emotional stuff here, and then it turns to action stuff. but at the end the outcome is very fulfilling for you emotionally. And we've got 2 aces, so it's a new start. A new start is on the horizon. A change in your fortunes is happening right now, I would say. If it is to do with your love life for some of you, then there has been a situation where you have realized there is better out there for you and have chosen to walk away. The 8 of Cups is about exactly that, really. It's about looking at what you've got, whatever this is, the current situation that you've had, and thinking that it's not really satisfying to you anymore, or it's kind of okay, but you have this feeling is deep down that there's better out there, and it's no longer enjoyable to you, or fulfilling, or whatever, this, because the Lovers could be to do with your higher self as well, and your own, you internally, maybe there's something that you want to change about yourself, or you want to evolve in some way, or so there's something that you're wanting to move away from, which is why you're here. And I feel like the 7 of Swords is about thinking, like I said, thinking outside the box in this instance, but you also have to plan a little bit more carefully. It's like having a good idea, because some people say, oh, it's betrayal, it's thieving, somebody lying or cheating or things like that. But I always feel like I don't know if that's how I always see the 7 of Swords personally, because it's kind of a strategy thing. It's kind of like this person, the character on the card is, I'll show you. So if you can see, and this is similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith, so this is kind of like a very sort of traditional looking illustration in terms of what the card is talking about. So there's a battle tomorrow, let's say, and the enemy camp is down here, and they've got all their swords stuck out on the grass for reasons best known to themselves, and they're in the background having a barbecue or whatever, and this guy here is from the opposing side, and he's thinking, well, I don't particularly want to die in battle, so rather than kind of go out there and risk that, I'm going to try and sabotage the other side and be clever and take their swords away. But although it's a good idea in theory, in practice he hasn't executed it properly. He's kind of not really thought it through on the sword carrying thing. He hasn't got anything to put them in, so he can't take all of them. And he's going to end up cutting himself to ribbons if he carries them like that and things like that. So he's kind of thinking out, he's kind of being strategic, but not quite thinking it through properly. And the 8 of Pentacles, to clarify that, I feel is saying that whatever this is you're thinking about doing, put a bit more work into it before the 8 of Pentacles is about you doing a good job, doing a skilled job, and being a master craftsman or being an expert. So I think it's just encouraging you here to, in order to pull this off, in order to kind of make this change that you feel like it's time to make, it feels like, divine timing has come upon you, and it's like, yeah, this is time now to make this change. think it through before you actually act on it a little bit, and make sure you kind of are practical about it. The Pentacles are very practical, very yeah, hardworking and committed. So it's something you kind of need to. The idea is there. The Swords are ideas and communication, things like that. So the ideas are there, but the execution needs to be thought out a bit better before you go and do anything. You know, put yourself into a situation that maybe might be difficult for you. So get the plan of action down pat first before you make that move. In your subconscious, you have got this Three of Pentacles. It is a good one for relationships as well, actually, where you might be, you know, wanting to move on and find someone who is a bit more suited to you, who you can grow together with, and things like that, where it feels more like a team effort. That's a good sign that that's what you want deep down. Also, if it's to do with work or finances or a project or whatever else it is, there's that your subconscious wants to collaborate with somebody who is going to recognize your talents and appreciate what you do, and it's going to be a more fun, enjoyable experience, rather than, you know, maybe you hadn't felt satisfied before, or you hadn't felt fulfilled before. So there's definitely that need to find that match for you in terms of, and something that's got potential, whether that's a relationship, whether that's a job, whatever it is for you. There's definitely that driving you at the base there. In your conscious thoughts, we've got this Wheel of Fortune, so it's definitely high time to make this change. You know it kind of stars are aligning to make it happen. So like I say, get yourself prepared properly, and you know, it is a good time to change. Just don't rush into anything, I would say. In terms of what's coming straight for you, there's the opportunity. So you have, nice to see the two aces here, both very positive. Coming straight towards you, there will be an opportunity to, you know, it's out with the old, in with the new, with the Ace of Wands. So whatever, you know, you are going to have that chance to walk away from whatever it is that's no good for you. You are having that whole new start. The Wheel of Fortune is generally like things are on the up rather than the other way around. So it's definitely a change for the better. It's going to be happening, and it's an opportunity that's going to be full of potential and kind of really make you feel enthusiastic and inspired. So it's a really good sign to see that that's coming, that's on the horizon, something that's going to be really igniting your imagination and things like that. Let me just get a card to clarify the Ace of Wands, because it's all onwards and upwards from this point, so it's really looking great. Oh, there's going to be a lot of activity. And you've got two little success cards next to each other, which is great to see as well, but we'll get to that. I'm just going to get this Ace of Wands. Can we please have a clarification on the Ace of Wands for pile 2, please? I've got the Ten of Swords, so I think that, you know, the tens are endings. So if there's been difficulties, if there's been problems, oh yeah, that's low key there. Any stresses and things like that are coming to an end, and it is the start of a new day, the whole, you know, the start of a new phase for you. So you're going to be leaving behind those things that are kind of causing you stress, causing you, you know, it's over and done with. That's definitely the end of that. So this is Ace of Wands is coming forward with a whole load of new energy, new potential and that. So that's great to see. Your energy going forward from this is the Three of Wands. So this is you kind of had a taste of the Ace of Wands here. You've had this maybe taken up this challenge, taken up this offer, and you're starting to see already that it's right for you, and it's much more kind of you can see the success, you can see the potential, your creativity is up, you're passionate about it, you've got the little ships coming in, bringing forward the first rewards for your efforts. So it's basically like, you've had a taste of it, now get yourself, you know, right out there and really go on this adventure. It's the threes are about expansion, bringing something out to the world and sharing it with the world. So that's and it's the first success card in the one suit. So that's what I'm getting. I'm getting you feeling really good after this change has taken place, and sort of forging ahead, which is brilliant to see. The situation, others, outside influences. Well, you have people recognizing you, recognizing your talent, acknowledging you. You're going to get a lot of attention, praise. It's a victory. It's the next victory card. So there's more victory ahead for you. It's going to be something you have to keep working at it with the Six of Wands, but there is going to be rewards for your efforts as you move forward. You are going to feel like what you're doing is worth it, and you are going to enjoy that feeling of success and having things, you know, kind of go in the way you want them to, and you know, that positive energy going forward for you. In terms of your hopes and fears, we've got the Hangman. So with all this wand energy, there is a tendency to kind of want to forge ahead constantly, and the Hangman is basically, you know, having to let go of control and sacrifice to, you know, and kind of have a period of not really doing anything to gain enlightenment. So don't fear any sort of downtime you might have. Don't rush yourself with things. Allow things to unfold in their own time. It doesn't mean to say that anything is stopping. It just means that sometimes, however kind of determined we are and things like that, stuff has to just play out that's outside of our control. So, you know, don't get stressed out if things aren't, you know, moving sometimes, or you feel like there's no progress and things like that. Overall, you are going to be having a lot of action and a lot of progress. Your outcome is the Ace of Cups. So this is an abundance of fulfillment, of love, creativity, intuition, all the good things, all the good feelings, happiness. So it's great to see that, you know, you are having that fulfillment that you don't feel that you had before, where you've, you know, what's brought you here is that kind of inner knowing that there's something better out there for you and you need to go find it. And what's at the end of your journey here, what's at the end of your reading, is that complete fulfillment, that the Ace of Cups is a whole new sort of love of life, of a person, of whatever it is. It's that absolute, complete, overflowing fulfillment that you may have felt you've been lacking before. It's something that you're going to be working your way forward towards. So that's great to see. Okay, so that's your reading pile 2. If that was helpful to you, I'd love to know in the comments what that was for you, what that meant for you. If that hit home in any way, I'd love to know. If you'd like to like the video, if you enjoyed it, that would really help me out. Subscribe, that would help me out too. And go and visit my channel. It's down in the description box if you're interested in what other stuff I do. So for now, look after yourself, take care, and thanks for joining me. Bye. Hi everybody who chose pile 3, the rabbit. This is your reading. 7 of Pentacles is on this is what this card is in this deck, and it's about patience, working towards a goal, maybe considering a change of direction or sticking with something until it's like a time to evaluate how you're doing and whether it's worth continuing, or you know, if there are going to be rewards for you later on for your efforts, as it were. It's kind of a vibe of the Seven of Pentacles. So we'll see if that is reflected in your tarot. So I'm going to put the rabbit up here for now, out of the way. Get us a bit of space. So could we have some advice and guidance for pile 3 whenever they come to this reading, please? What does pile 3 need to know right now? Right, what we've got then is your energy is the Hanged Man. What's helping or hindering you? I've got the Three of Pentacles. That's kind of a helpful card rather than a hindering one. What's brought you to here today in particular is the Ace of Pentacles. So it could be like a worky type reading so far. In your subconscious thoughts, I've got the Hierophant. Okay. In your conscious thoughts, let me just waggle these about. Conscious thoughts, we have got the Death card. So there's definitely, yeah, it feels like there's like a whole new phase you want to instigate here. And it feels like it could be to do with work or something to do with your material world in some way. You've got some heavy hitters coming out already. But it definitely, you feel like you're ready for a transformation. I think with the Death card being in your conscious thoughts, that you know it's high time things changed, and you want to kind of leave things in the past that aren't a good match for you. I feel, and there could have been some sort of something to spark your interest that's kind of brought you to this kind of crossroads, I suppose. Or maybe a new opportunity, or something's come up at work, or a new job's caught your eye, something like that. Or you want to have your own business, maybe. If it's to do with work, it feels worky because of the Pentacles here. So it could be like you're in limbo a little bit at the moment, in between having sort of been inspired to look at a new direction, maybe, or look at a new income, a new project of some sort. It's like you're kind of in a kind of waiting room at the minute, deciding what to do. Let's see, what's coming straight for you is the Page of Cups, so that's cool. Your energy from this going forward is the Well, which is specifically for this deck, and it's a good sort of creative energy, and it's quite I think it fits in quite well with the rest of the cards, but I have to jog my memory about exactly what it says, but it's a good one, I know that. So you can tell which decks I use a lot and which I don't, can't you? The situation, others, the outside influences of this, we have got the Tower. So there's definitely big old change on the way with the Tower and the Death card in the reading. Together, it means you've definitely, there's a big overhaul happening. In terms of your hopes and fears, I've got the Ten of Wands. And outcome, I have got the Eight of Swords. And the Page of Wands. Okay. Yeah, it's like a major change is going on, and it's interesting that we have the Pentacles when I was talking about the change of direction with the Rabbit card, and it could be about your material world, your work in some way, and it kind of feels like it is to me from hopefully a few of you will get some insight with these cards here, and I will clarify as we go along. So let's start with you and go through. So we've got you at you kind of, there's not action going on at the minute, but you have, I think you're pausing to look at everything in a different, with a different perspective. That's what the Hangman is about. It's about releasing, surrendering, and a bit of sacrifice. But it's also about you electing to kind of be still and just observe and look at things in like that, and with that new perspective, in a different way. And this, I guess, if you're considering, I mean, if you have been kind of stagnant for a while, say for example, let's use work as the example so that I can kind of help you make sense of what I'm all about. Say it's work, for example, which it could well be. I think that's quite a strong possibility that you have been sort of not really, you're not being sort of able to kind of shift out of this sort of sense of being sort of stuck where you are a little bit. And it feels like, from looking at everything together, that something has piqued your interest of late. And maybe, that, like I was mentioning briefly before, that it's like an offer or a promotion at your current job, or maybe there's something that you'd like to do. Maybe it's like set up in business with some, like a friend or something. I don't know. I'm getting kind of moving to a new team, or there's a going to be clients and workmates or something around you that's going to be more supportive and more inspiring, but also kind of it's like would be an opportunity for you to show your talents more, and there would be more growth, because it's more about, rather than kind of like a stagnant energy where you don't feel like you're particularly doing much with what your potential, I suppose. With the Three of Pentacles, this is about building something, and collaborating. It's about kind of building something of value, having a chance to show off your skills to people that would appreciate them and will recognize your skills and your talents and what you bring, and kind of appreciate that. And threes are about, like, in numerology, threes are like expansion. I know a typical three would be like, take an idea. They're very, like, it's a creative energy. So you take an idea, but then you carry it forth to the world, and you broadcast it to, you share it. Threes love to share. So it's like, oh, I've got, seen something really great and I want to show everybody, and I want to share it with everybody. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting here, where maybe there's been this offer that's come in, you've realised you're kind of not actually playing to your strengths in your current situation, but this, maybe with this new offer, maybe this is your own project, a self-employed thing, or even a side thing, but it's like a chance for you to really show what you're good at and do something that you can, take pride in, get inspired by, and things like that. It's much more up your street, if you see what I mean. In your subconscious, you've got the Hierophant. So I feel like it could be with the Hangman there, you're not kind of taking action straight away. You're kind of observing at the moment and kind of weighing everything up, seeing things in this new perspective of, oh, maybe I could go it alone, or maybe I could go for this new role, and this would be more of a match for me, and a chance to get out of a rut and everything. And the Hierophant, I feel like he's there to sort of say maybe if you feel like you're not sure how to go about these things, or you could want to have some mentor or something if it's a new business, or you could want to kind of have some reassurance from somebody who's got some expertise or a senior to you, or kind of has, it's like a you know, like a teacher or a mentor, or somebody who does things in a very traditional way, or is like a some sort of advisor, you know what I mean? So you want maybe some guidance before you really take the plunge and go and make sure that you know what you're doing and you know what you're getting yourself into. I'm getting that feeling. I am going to clarify, but that's kind of the vibe I'm getting initially. And then in your conscious thoughts, we've got the Death card. So this is you ripe for change. This is you instigating, wanting this to, you know, kind of go from this whole new direction, cut out everything that you know has made you feel stagnant, or at a disadvantage, or weakened in any way, anything negative, any negative mindsets and things, and move forward with this whole new energy and kind of grasp this new opportunity and things like that. Coming straight towards you, you've got the Page of Cups. So this could be like a really good news coming in that wasn't expected. So if you have, for example, if you have kind of put in an offer, you know, put in an application for this offer or this promotion or whatever this is, it could be that you are called to an interview, or it could be that, you know, you get some good news that you weren't expecting, and it's kind of like a really pleasant surprise with the Page of Cups. It's like a fresh new energy, and it's kind of like something that sparks your imagination and your creativity and everything, and it's kind of out of the blue, and it's like, oh, you know, helps you kind of get inspired, you know what I mean? You get inspired of what you can do and what you might be capable of doing going into this new situation. But I'm going to quickly get a clarifier just to see what this first group, just see if there's anything. I won't take that one because I didn't shuffle it properly yet, or ask anything. I've got to work on my shuffling. Right, so for pile 3, for this first group of cards, please can we just have any extra clarification on what it's about? If there's anything extra that needs to be said in regards for like the Page of Cups as well, just what's going on, please. Pile 3, can we get some clarifiers? Okay, Page of Coins slid out there and flipped itself around. Yeah, it's like a, you know, I feel like this Page of Cups, this good news, this exciting fun news is like to do with work or to do with money or something like that, with a Page of Pentacles coming out. So more pentacles, yet more pentacles. So yeah, I feel like this is all good stuff. You know, you're kind of moving in a whole new direction. You're ready for it. The Death card is in your conscious thoughts, so you're kind of prepared for this change, and you're prepared to do what needs to be done, especially on hearing this news. Yeah, and I think if there is any kind of procrastination, it's just maybe get that advice if you feel like there's something you're not sure about, etc., and then you can kind of forge ahead with this with more confidence. Now, your energy going forward, this is the Well card, so this is kind of the Ethereal Visions tarot, so this is particular to this deck. It's not a normal tarot, so it doesn't have a massive description either, which is not helpful, but we'll have a look and see. So this is the Gaia card. So the Well is the birthplace of ideas, inspiration and transformation. So we've got the transformation then in your reading already. All things are birthed from this creatrix, and knowledge flows freely to those who seek it. So it's nurturing opportunity, nature, and creativity. So this is really fitting. As I mentioned earlier, it does fit in well with, you've got the creativity popping in as well with the Page of Cups, as you know, something that's this new opportunity is going to get your creative juices flowing, and you know, it's going to be something that has a lot of potential for growth, financially, and you know, in the skill set and everything as well. So this is like a really great energy to have representing you going forward, where once you were kind of hanging on, kind of procrastinating or mulling things over and not really able to do a lot, and now going forward in this new opportunity, this new idea, you are full of creativity, full of resourcefulness, and you have this passion for what you want to do, and the vision for what you want this to become and things like that. So it's a really excellent card to represent you in this new journey. So that's great. And obviously mentioned the transformation, so this is you out the other side of you know, on the first steps of your transformation. You've come through it, you've done what you needed to do to embark on this new phase, and this is you kind of full of enthusiasm and inspiration for the journey ahead. So that's really great. Now, the Tower is in the area of others, the environment, outside influences. I think that, you know, ultimately the Tower pops up, it's kind of like divine intervention, and it pops up for your greater good down the line. And I feel I think this is just like, there's going to be a bit of an adjustment period where things are going to be a little bit upside down as you go into this new journey. If it's to do with work, for example, it could be that things are a little bit uncertain for a bit in terms of like money, and not feeling super safe, because you know, the Tower is like breaking everything down that has been built, because it's not on a good foundation. You know, it's going to happen eventually. It was not a sustainable situation anyway, so it had to come down in order for things to be built again in a better direction. So I feel this is just like the process of you know, just like the waiting for the dust to settle as you go into this new phase. And there's going to be some a bit of upheaval in that when you change direction. So for example, as I think I said earlier, like if it's, say, your work, and this is to do with your material world for definite, so whatever it is, whether it's family, home, work, you know, that kind of thing, there's going to be, if you say, for example, go from being employed to being your own boss, there is going to be some a little bit of turbulence, you know. Not necessarily a bad thing, but it could be that, oh my gosh, you know, it could be a bit chaotic for a bit, but then that will pass, and then you're going to be in that new direction, and that's going to be much more long-term success for you. But I think with anything major that you change, there's going to be a period of adjustment, and I just feel that pertaining to the like others and the circumstances, like people around you might be like, oh my god, well, how could you give up your job? But you know, and it's a bit of a risk, and you know, don't let that undermine you. I think if you've sought guidance before you made the leap with the Hierophant here, I feel like you can kind of go forward and with your confidence. And yes, there might be a bit of the wobbly moment here and there where everyone and everything is adjusting to this new path, but you know, ultimately this is coming in to put you on the right path. So this just like outlines the fact that you are being put on the right path from this point onwards. In your hopes and fears, we've got the Ten of Wands. So yeah, it could feel like, you know, especially if there's the Tower here right at the beginning. Obviously, it's, you know, very rarely do things go fully smoothly when you do something like go into a new job or do something major in life, yeah, like move house or whatever this is. It rarely does this go smoothly. So I think there could be some points where you feel like you're taking on a little bit too much and you feel a little bit worried about being able to handle everything. I would just encourage you to delegate if you can, and allow others around you to help support you and not try and shoulder everything, all the heavy lifting by yourself. And I think that's just like, you know, you can cope, but don't be afraid to ask for support. Don't be afraid to ask for help, guidance, whatever it is, to help lessen the burden on yourself, because you don't have to carry this all by yourself. I think this is just like a reminder that you can cope, but don't feel like it's only on you to do all this. You have to kind of, whether it's new your new workmates, or, you know, maybe you're taking on a staff member if it's the new business, or maybe you don't have anyone to help you and you kind of doing the work, say for example like doing the work bit, but then at home you're trying to do all the home stuff as well. And I think it's like, well, maybe delegate some of the home stuff so you can focus on your new business. You know, that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. But yeah, I don't feel, you know, you can, you know, you're quite tough and you're very capable, but at the same time, don't hesitate to ask for help if you require it, okay? Now, we had the outcome as the Eight of Swords, so I think this is following on from the Ten of Wands. That is kind of like a cautionary thing, is to not sort of start this off on the, you know, taking on too much, on the wrong foot, to the point where you feel like you're a little bit trapped in things, and you feel like a sort of overwhelmed, and then you kind of get anxious and things like that. So I think it's like a quick sort of little sort of flag to say, hang on, you know, don't succumb to this needing to do it all by yourself. Make sure you do delegate so that you can go forward freely and not get into this anxiety and things like that. That's what I feel like I want to say. I mean, you'd be it's not like you'd be trapped in anything, but it's like it's, you know, if you get too tired and everything, your mind is going to start playing tricks on you. So I feel like it's just like, you know, guard yourself, protect yourself from burnout, protect yourself from getting stressed by delegation. And we have this Page of Wands popping out as well. Just that, you know, this is 3 pages here. So I feel like, you know, to save yourself from getting burnt out and losing your drive and passion for everything, get your support, and, you know, don't overthink things. Don't get anxious about stuff, you know, refer back to, you know, the 3 of Pentacles here that's helping or hindering you. It's about being okay with collaborating with people, being okay with working as a team. And relying on other people and them relying on you and things like that. So I feel that's kind of why I'm saying what I'm saying there up here. I feel that's kind of relevant to that. And you have the 3 pages shown up here that are very positive and very passionate. You're about to go on a journey. It's a whole new direction for you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be yes, hard work, but also, you know, you're going to feel inspired enough to keep your commitment going and help it to grow into something really great. So let me get one more to just clarify the very end. So the Page of Wands in the outcome for pile 3, please. So any extra bits of info, guidance Four of Wands, that's great. I love to see it. Four of Wands is a celebration. It's about kind of unity. It's about having a really secure base. So secure that you can come out and celebrate. It's safe to relax and enjoy it. Because you have worked through all of this and you have come out and it's a celebration. It's like I'm really glad it came out for you, because it's just a lovely confirmation that, you know, this is the right track. The Tower card there is like putting you on the right path. You're on the right path, not to worry, and things are going to turn out beautifully for you. And what you're starting now is going to grow into something very abundant, very secure. It's a legacy building, like long lasting, and it's going to fill you full of happiness, and you're going to feel like, you know, once you've gotten over the building up, the hard work, you're going to feel you're on the perfect path, and you're going to be feeling so much freer. You know, life is going to be flowing how you want it to. So that's what I got for you, pile 3. That's really cool. I like that. And we're just reading the words on the card here: reaping what is sown, constancy and perspective. So how funny. Didn't even see that. Perspective, change of perspective with the Hanged Man. So I might have mentioned it, I don't know. But that's what I got for you, pile 3. That's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. It's a really nice reading. I hope that it helped you. I hope if it hit any points, hit anything specific for you, I'd love to hear in the comments what that was all about for you. If you would like to like the video, subscribe, share the video, pop over into my website, it's down below, to have a look at what else I do. That would be amazing. I really appreciate that. All in all, I just want to say I'm really pleased for you. This is a great reading. I wish you all the best of luck, and take good care of yourself until next time. Bye bye.